Scientific Programming Committee.
Their role in the meeting, in the selection. And this year, FarmScience 360 will present more than 1,000 posters. That means you will need your earphones and a device such as your phone to hear such sessions. The speakers in these areas use microphones that broadcast their voices to the stage using a camera phone to link directly to the session, and then click play to hear the session. You can also navigate to the session on the mobile app, but you will still need your earphones. Finally, I want to take a minute to thank you for the tremendous opportunity and experience in leading the FarmScience 360 Scientific Programming Committee this year. I also want to thank the more than 70 scientists who volunteered their time, energy, and creativity to develop this year's FarmScience 360, including those serving on the Scientific Programming Committee with me, the Abstract Screening Committee, the Rapid Fire Committee, and the Career Development Committee. I also want to thank the AAPS staff who supported us in putting together the program, and all the behind-the-scenes work necessary for a meeting this size. With that,
these posters lived up to that promise. Was the editor for Asia for Drug Delivery and Translational Research and sits on numerous editorial advisory board. Dr. Boyd has mentored 42 PhD students. His research has attracted significant national and international funding, including multiple grants from the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation and prestigious fellowships from the Australian Research Council and the Novo Nordisk Foundation, the latter of which he is currently undertaking at the University of Copenhagen. AAPS is pleased to recognize Ben Boyd as an AAPS Fellow. Maria Croyle is advanced to fellow status for extraordinary work in vaccines and gene therapies. Leading an international team to develop a needle-free Ebola vaccine, she patented a method to deliver and store vaccines without refrigeration. She has published landmark papers on formulation and delivery of viruses that are used in several gene therapy products. Dr. Croyle has mentored more than 100 students who have attained positions in industry, regulatory agencies, and academia. She has brought pharmaceutical science to mainstream audiences in a National Geographic episode on pandemics. She served on the USP Council of Experts, where she wrote several chapters on cell and gene therapies and characterized adenovirus and IL-4 standards. Her service on panels at the Texas Capitol during the 2014 Ebola outbreak, the Lyndon B. Johnson School of Public Health during the 2009 H1N1 pandemic, and the U.S. Senate during the COVID-19 pandemic demonstrate the impact of her scientific leadership. AAPS is pleased to recognize Maria Croyle as an AAPS Fellow. Ottilia Koo is a recognized leader in the pharmaceutical sciences who has bridged small molecules, biologics, and cell therapies. Dr. Koo's achievements in the pharmaceutical sciences are demonstrated by her role as an executive director in global product development and supply program management at Bristol Myers Squibb. While at BMS, she has been an integral part of developing and launching Evotaz and Cymancy. She invented, obtained proof of concept in pivotal clinical trials, and scaled up these two products that are important for the treatment of HIV/AIDS and hepatitis C. Dr. Koo led the development of more than 20 BMS small molecules and biologics for oncology, immunology, and virology. She contributed to the successful approval and launch of 2 cell therapy products at BMS, where she is one of the rare pharmaceutical scientists who led programs in multiple areas: small molecules, biologics, and cell therapeutics. Dr. Koo has served on the USB Council of Experts, further demonstrating the community's recognition of her scientific leadership. AAPS is pleased to recognize Ottilia Koo as an AAPS Fellow. Shulang Liu has advanced to fellow status based on her consistent, excellent, innovative research and its impact on patients with unmet needs. Dr. Liu is an acknowledged leader in nanoparticle-based therapeutics and their product development. Her lab at the University of Connecticut has developed novel image-guided therapeutic nanoparticle systems to overcome significant challenges in cancer therapy. She has also made tremendous contributions to enhancing the fundamental understanding of the delivery of therapeutic agents to overcome treatment barriers. Dr. Liu has been active in translating potential therapeutics to the clinic and commercializing nanomedicines. Her contributions to science and service to the community have won many multiple local and national awards. Dr. Liu served as chair of the faculty of the National Institute for Pharmaceutical Technology and Education. She is currently the Associate Director of the Center for Pharmaceutical Processing Research and an AAPS Nanotechnology Community Leader. AAPS is pleased to recognize Shulang Liu as an AAPS Fellow. Viera Lukachova has spearheaded important advancements in PBPK, that is, physiologically based pharmacokinetics modeling, improving the way medications are understood, designed, and optimized. Her leadership has contributed to the adoption of PBPK modeling in the drug development process, bridging the gap between scientific explanation and practical application. Her innovative methodologies have found their place in software packages like GastroPlus and provided critical insights into how drugs interact with the human body. They have become a tool that scientists routinely use to predict drug behavior, optimize dosing regimens, and ensure safer therapeutic outcomes. Dr. Luchova's collaboration with both industry and regulatory bodies showcase her commitment to collective progress. Both as a principal investigator and as a co-investigator, she has guided collaborative projects pushing the boundaries of PBPK, modeling methodologies, and delivering transformative results. Her advocacy extends beyond research, actively promoting the adoption of PBPK modeling in drug development through publications, presentations, and hands-on workshops. AAPS is pleased to recognize Viera Lukachova as an AAPS Fellow. Wellington Pham, professor of radiology at Vanderbilt University School of Medicine, is a leader in imaging chemistry. He pioneered the integration of medicinal chemistry with biomarker imaging for the early detection of diseases. His laboratory develops targeted pharmaceuticals for multimodal imaging of cancer and Alzheimer's disease using positron emission tomography, magnetic resonance, and optical imaging modalities. Dr. Pham has also made seminal and substantial contributions to molecular probe research, interfacing basic and preclinical applications. His more than 160 publications include peer-reviewed articles, book chapters, conference abstracts and proceedings, editorials, and patents. He is a recipient of the 2019 Distinguished Investigator Award from the Academy for Radiology and Biomedical Imaging Research, and author of the textbook Principles of Molecular Probe Design and Applications, and elected fellow of the American Association of the Advancement of Science and the Royal Society of Chemistry. AAPS is pleased to recognize Wellington Pham as an AAPS Fellow. Patrick Ronaldson is a professor in the Department of Pharmacology and the chair of the Graduate Interdisciplinary Program in Neuroscience at the University of Arizona. His research achievements in blood-brain barrier physiology, transport pharmacology, drug delivery technologies, and pharmacokinetics are internationally recognized. A highlight of Dr. Ronaldson's work in the pharmaceutical sciences is the seminal observation that transporters are essential determinants of brain drug uptake and efficacy in diseases when blood-brain barrier integrity known to be compromised, such as in ischemic stroke. His laboratory has an outstanding reputation for scientific collaboration and mentorship, resulting in the development of a training environment for the next generation of blood-brain barrier and transporter scientists. Dr. Ronaldson has served as chair of multiple peer review committees at the National Institutes of Health, is a member of the Academy of Medical Education Scholars, and is a well-respected volunteer leader in AAPS. AAPS is pleased to recognize Patrick Ronaldson as an AAPS Fellow.